Peace and love, everybody. This is your girl, Tysandra Barnes, and I'm coming back at you all once again to drop some more words of truth. It was just on my heart to do this video, and what I'm going to be discussing real quick is black women in blonde hair. I find it absolutely ridiculous, seeing so many black women, with this blonde hair, going around thinking this hair color is cute, thinking this is something to be proud of, as far as with this blonde crap that they put in their hair to look white. It's just absolutely ridiculous how, a lot of women don't embrace their natural hair. They trying to look like somebody else. Far as how they been brainwashed, how they been programmed by the system, not to accept their naturalness and for who they are. They spend all this money on these weaves, putting all this crap in their head, causing them to be bald, putting all these different chemicals in their head that they don't know nothing about, and they end up losing their hair. Now, if you do the research on blonde hair, blonde hair was mostly for white people, where a lot of the white women wore blonde hair in years of times, as far as with the history of blonde hair. Back in the history of times, it never showed how black people dyed their hair blonde. If you do your research and your history on the ancestors, there was black men and women who was naturally had their hair blonde. Some people was born with blonde hair due to their history, and far as due to their far as with their background, far as with their birth. If people would do the history about blonde hair, most kids was born with blonde hair, little black boys and girls. They was born with that, far as with the history and with the ancestry. If people read instead of being brainwashed by the system, instead of being naive, figuring and believing that blonde hair is for them. But I'm talking about you women out here, trying to look like these white women out here with all this blonde crap going down your back. You absolutely look a fool, and don't even know the history behind the blonde hair, as far as with the about that. You trying to be somebody else that you not. You are clearly a black man. You are clearly a black woman. Now, for you black sisters, you are clearly black. Why would you want to look like somebody else? Why would you want to go around looking like a white woman, knowing that you're clearly black? You spend all this money trying to get your hair blonde, and far as trying to, and far as trying to change your appearance and who you are as a black woman. And then you look around and you find yourself confused. You find yourself brainwashed. Far as with mind control, people need to look at that movie. I believe it was called Village Children of the Dam. It was like an old 1990s movie where all the children was done blonde. It was the white boys and the little girls, all of them had blonde hair, and they was under heavy mind control. And as we look at the world today, that's exactly what's going on within the black community, as far as mostly the women. I'm talking about the men too, but most of you women that call yourself sisters, and for the blacks, call yourself a black female and call yourself a queen. No, you was a fool, being mind controlled and being programmed by a system that don't give no damn about you and don't want to embrace your naturalness for who you are as a woman. So why do you feel that you need to be blonde? To look like somebody else that you clearly are not. Black women and men years ago never wore blonde hair. They was born with it due to the history and the genetics, but didn't know woman, especially within a black community, went around years ago dyeing their hair blonde. They never had that. So for you black women out there calling yourselves black queens, they never dyed their hair blonde. They never put no blonde hair in their hair like they are now, looking like a fool, being brainwashed program, trying to look like they white. And then you wonder why people don't accept you for who you are, because you don't want to accept yourself. You don't want to accept yourself as a black woman. You feel like, I'm going to get blonde hair. So you can be mind controlled. For some of you all, you want to be programmed. You want to be brainwashed. You thinking that's cute and don't even understand the meaning of blonde hair. You look at the word blonde. It means almost similar, blind, 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 blind. It's almost similar to the word blind. And when you're blind, that pretty much tells you that you can't see. The vision is lost. You're not clear. And it's pretty much how these women is today. You're blind. You can't see your history. You can't see truth. You can't see your blackness. You can't see the realness. You can't understand your history. You can't understand who we are as a black woman. You're trying to go around looking like somebody else that you clearly are not. Half of you women out here got low self-esteem issues, low self-confidence issues, insecurity issues, self-hate issues, jealousy issues, envious issues, because you can't accept yourself for who you are as a woman, as a black woman. You feel like you need blonde hair to look like somebody else. Clearly you're not white. You are black, a woman. You men too, but I'm mostly talking about you women out there putting all this crap in your head trying to look like somebody you clearly are not because you lost and you blind instead of being yourself and being real. You all need to do history about your ancestors and who you are as a woman and as who you are as a black man. You trying to imitate these people that don't care no one cares about you. Trying to be another color, trying to be brainwashed in the mind. You know, like I said, thinking these white folks care about you. Embrace yourself. You don't need all this color, hair fars with this blonde and all this bull crap to know who you are. That's the problem. Black folks don't want to read. You know, they're so clearly brainwashed. And you women out here, you all clearly are brainwashed too. You don't want to accept for being a woman that you claim you are. You feel like you got to be blonde. So you got to change your appearance to be seen and be in the Hollywood in the spotlight instead of embracing yourself for who you are as a real woman if you claim you are. Not too many women out here. You know, you seen all this blind crap out here, you know, looking confused and crazy instead of embracing their naturalness, instead of being true for who they are as a woman and as a man. You all need to read and do your history about your black ancestors, African ancestors. And know who you are as a woman and as a black man. Words of truth.